Kyle, how did the trade come about for Jeremy Morin?
Well, I think it's just two teams with similar players in similar situations, just looking to give them both a fresh start. They obviously think that Richard is a better fit for what they're trying to accomplish with the trade, and we think that that over time Jeremy will be a better fit here for us and our staff and what we're trying to accomplish, both here and then eventually for him with the Leafs.
What do you think he adds to the club here?
Well, he's highly skilled. He comes from a very good organization in Chicago, and we think that there's a lot untapped there. We need to just build him up a little bit and get him going. He's produced well at the American League level and always has. He generates a lot of shots, which is obviously important to us, especially as we go down the stretch and start to get into the playoffs here with the Marlies once we secure that. And we think he'll be a key guy for us down the stretch, and then hopefully open up some eyes up top and move him on to where his potential dictates he should be.
Is there the confidence and the potential for Kyle with the Leafs?
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a player that's performed well in the league and been in the league, and we played against him last year with Columbus. I've watched him this year with Rockford quite a bit, and we're confident that his potential dictates that that's where he should be. So it's up to us to get him up there now.
How did Connick take the news? I know he was with the team, he wasn't. Is this a fresh start for him?
I think so. I think both guys are in the same spot, right? They played in the NHL when they were younger, basically full time, and then, at some point, in Jeremy's case this year, he got sent down. Richard has been down with us for basically for a year, for this year as well. They're both in the exact same spot. Full NHL year last year and the years preceding, and then down in the American League. So it's pretty similar spots and just a change of scenery for both.
A lot of the numbers on paper are very similar. Is it the underlying sort of analytic numbers that?
No, I think, in this case here, it's just someone who we think's a better fit and that they think's a better fit, more for subjective things than anything quantitative at this point. The numbers analytically are very, very similar for both at both levels. So it's just some subjective old-time hockey and scouting, if you would.
Why do you think Sheldon's been able to have the effect with the group so quickly?
I've seen this from him twice now. Once in Sault Ste. Marie, where he was able to come in right away and make a huge impact on our team right in the middle of the year, which is obviously with the exact same roster, which is an easy indicator. So I wasn't surprised here. If you'd asked me if I thought we'd be here right now, I wouldn't have said so at the beginning of the year. I thought with how young the group was, it would take some time for him to adapt and adjust. He's always looking to get better every day. He's in constant contact with Mike. Their relationship has been great. Mike has been excellent. Sheldon's been inquisitive. He's always pushing himself to learn, and no matter how successful the team is, he's never happy with himself or happy with the team. And luckily for the guys here that are developing, they get to benefit from his continual push to maximize his own potential.
But can there be like a secret into why you can step into a place and kind of figure it out quick?
I think the players are probably better able to answer that. I have the belief that he can do that all the time. The players are the ones that deal with him, and I think it's their ability to answer that would give you what you're looking for. In my opinion, it's the way that he explains things and the way that he communicates the benefit of systems play to the players and how it can maximize their own development. His ability to communicate one-on-one and to the team in general is equally as good. Some coaches that I've seen, they struggle doing both, and they struggle on one area and he doesn't.
Well, I imagine that a lot of it has to do with the fact he's not far removed from it as a player.
I see that as a benefit myself. I find it a benefit personally. I would think Sheldon does as well. He would be able to answer that directly. I know for me, I find the player, I know I'm not always going to be the way. I'm not always going to be 30. I'm going to grow old eventually, but I find now that it helps me, and I would assume Sheldon being similar age as I am, the players are more open, not in a buddy-buddy type way, but they're more willing to share with you how they're feeling and where they need some help, whether it's on the ice or off, and that I find is a benefit for us.
When you talk about his willingness to kind of implement knowledge and learn more, does that help the kind of developmental vertical you're trying to build in terms of like the sports science and just adding in layers of information?
It makes it very, very easy when you have someone like Sheldon that's leading it, and he wants every type of information. He wants to learn about new things, whether it's sports science or analytics or different development models, different teaching methods. It's made it, even from going back to Sault Ste. Marie and now here, it makes it so easy. There's challenges along the way, and he and I argue quite a bit, but we argue in a way that we know that, you know, once it's over with, we're both just trying to make the team better. But to have that type of relationship, I think, benefits the team.
Did you expect to be able to score as much as you have, or is this out of the realm?
I knew we would be talented, and I think what we're looking at is certainly underlying. Are we generating enough shots? Are we shooting? If we don't think that we're generating enough shots right now, we think that we still have a long way to go in that regard. You know, I think we've gotten a little bit lucky with our shooting percentage, and we can't always rely on that, and that's why we want to continue to find a way to generate more shots here. But it's nice to win, you know, even in some games, in St. John's being the best example, you're down 8-4 and you come back and win 9-8 in the third. It's nice to be able to have that element. If there's one thing you're going to be able to do really good, you'd like to be able to score as much as possible.
Is there any further news on Nylander at all?
He's going to be on his way back here in the next day or so. We'll evaluate him. Our doctors will when he gets back. Certainly the right decision to sit him for the rest of the tournament. And it's been a strong collaboration between us and Sweden. And when he gets back here, we'll evaluate him. And once he's fully clear, we'll move on with it.
Can you fly right now?
What's that? I'm not sure. I don't have the answer for that. I don't know.
Rowing.
With Ray Emery,
Yeah.
I mean, he helped you through a bit of
Right.
shortage in goalies.
Right.
What's left for him? What do you see?
With Ray, you know, he's played in the NHL last year, the whole year, and he's come through a lot in his career. He had a very, very bad injury that required a very unique surgery that no one knew he would be able to come back from. He fits the profile of some of our other veteran guys here. They've come through a lot in their career, you know, whether it's injury or other matters that have been adverse for them. And Ray is still able to play in net and play well. But he also can provide some mentorship to our goaltenders when they're healthy, and when they're not healthy, he's been able to step in and play well. He's played twice for us. Played one really, really good game and one he struggled, but he hadn't practiced in 3 weeks before that. So now he's getting his feet under him, practicing. With the way our goaltending situation has been in this year, it's vital for Sheldon and myself and our organization to have somebody like Ray that's there in support. And Rob Medora has played well when he's been here. He's played great. So it's nice to have those options because you never know what's going to happen with the goalies, and we've kind of seen it all. I think we ran a streak of 4 or 5 weeks there where it was every game it was 2 different goalies and 2 different roles on the bench. So it's been a challenge managerially, but it's been fun.
How close is Connor?
I think he's a couple of weeks away yet. There's no reason that we rush it, and there's no reason for us to force him along. He's a vital part of our future, and we all know how well he played last year. He was our best player, and he's barely played for us. He played 8 games, and we're excited to have him back, but we want him to be able to really come back and play very well the second half and try to make up that time lost, but we can't do that unless he's absolutely 100%. He'll push, he'll try to play on the weekend, but it's not going to happen. That's just his personality.
Given his age trial, is there any concern at all with that bump in the development?
There'd be a lot of players who I'd be concerned with Connor Brown and his character, his work ethic, how hard he pushed himself in other areas when he was injured. I don't worry at all. I think he'll make it up. He'll be just fine. I think actually the time off will benefit him down the stretch.